In many aspects of life, people tend to make mistakes, as you do. And of course, football boots is no exception. In this video of the mistakes I'm about to talk about 99.9999999% of you watching, yes, including you, have made at least 2 of these mistakes. In this video, I want to cover the 5 mistakes and how to avoid them. Now, you're probably wondering, what are silos? So for those who don't know what a silo is, when it comes to football boots, they're categorized into different silos as pertaining to what the boots are made for. So you have speed, you have power, you have control, etc. But unfortunately, there are people out there who think because they get a certain silo of boot, that boot will now make them do said thing. So hence the name silo superpowers. So for example, people will be thinking because you have a speed boot, for example, you go from Harry Maguire to Usain Bolt.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's not how it works. People say because they're lightweight, for example, yada yada yada, or just a lot of stuff here. Theoretically, it kind of makes sense as to why it might be possible. So from a strategy and a marketing point of view, that's why it works. But that's really not the case. There's no scientific evidence to suggest that the weight of football boots will make you, or light football boots will make you faster, for example. So please take everything that these brands say when it comes to marketing with a pinch of salt. The way you should really look at football boots as such is similar to like cars. Good job! You know, so you have your different type of cars. You got 4x4s, you got your sports car. You're not going to like expect them to perform to the same criteria as such. You're not going to expect a sports car to be or handle as well as a 4x4 example. Do you know what I mean? So like that's the way you should look at football. So football boots will have like different kind of performance aspects, and that's how you should look at it. So like things like responsiveness, feel for the ball, for example, you'll get a different experience depending on what type of boot you get. And that's the way you should look at football boots, not as power boot is going to make my shots harder, speed boot is going to make me faster, control boot, my touch is going to improve. That's not how it works, okay? Now, another major misconception that a lot of people make is boots by position. So they think because you play a certain position, you have to wear a certain pair of boots, which makes no sense. So like if you play centre back, you have to wear tiempos. If you're a striker, you have to wear mercurials, something ridiculous like that. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I'm sure not a lot of you are ready for, but it might actually shock a lot of people as well. Football boots are inanimate objects that do not know what position you play. Again, this is just a marketing scheme for brands to make you buy their product. So in ads, they'll have players who play a certain position wearing a certain product. So you would think that, oh, because I play a certain position, I need to wear this product. You know, it can be helpful in some ways, but do not believe that because you play a certain position, that you need to wear a certain pair of boots. That makes no sense. And there's like loads of arguments that kind of counter my point, but like let me just go through some of them, okay? So people often make the argument about, oh, you have to wear so and so because it's more protective, so defenders should wear it. Okay, let me make this abundantly clear. So a lot of you, I'm pretty sure, have played an actual competitive game of football. No matter what position you play, you will need to do anything that's required. So passing, shooting, dribbling, tackling, any position, outfield position anyway, at least, you would need to do all those things. I get you need to do those things, maybe less or more in some positions, but regardless of the fact, football boots cannot be made to a specific position, as all positions on the field require a complete skill set, if you get where I'm coming from. Another thing is like these brands also contradict themselves a lot. So like in the ad campaigns that you see on TV, online, whatever, you will see that, oh, De Bruyne is wearing Phantom GTs, so midfielders should get the Phantom GT, or Ronaldo's wearing Mercurials, so you should get Mercurials. Okay, yeah, whatever. But if you actually look at all these players who are sponsored when they actually play football matches, you realize like a lot of these brands do contradict what they're saying. So let me go with Adidas, for example. Now, I'm an Arsenal fan, if you've not really guessed. So we have Martinelli and we have Gabriel. Both of them wear the exact same boot. It is a speed boot per se, which is mainly aimed at attacking players. So the Adidas X Speed Flow at the moment, or Speed Portal as it's about to be. Both of them play polar opposition positions on the pitch, and yet they're wearing the same boot. And they're both Adidas athletes as well. So if Adidas themselves don't use this kind of marketing Ponzi scheme, whatever, in real life, don't really believe it and don't actually buy boots based on a position when these brands themselves, they contradict their ads. Now pay very, very, very close attention to this one, because this one could lead to a career-ending injury if you make this mistake. Football boots are made with different outsoles, so that's like firm ground, soft ground, artificial ground. It is extremely important that you use the intended outsole for the playing surface that you use. So if you play mostly on grass, pitches that are dry, you make sure you wear firm ground. If you're playing on mostly muddy pitches, wet pitches during the summer, during the winter, of course, global warming, make sure you're wearing soft ground. And if you're playing mostly on turf pitches like artificial grass, make sure you're wearing AG. Now, it is extremely vital that you have the correct outsole for the playing surface that you usually use. Because, for example, a lot of us do it, I've done it myself, is using firm ground boots on artificial 3G, 4G pitches. That one there is extremely dangerous and very, very strenuous on your ligaments and your joints, which is why a lot of people, they tend to get MCL or ACL injuries from doing it, because of the way the studs are designed. There's too much traction, should I say. So when you make the sharp change in direction, your foot gets planted and stuck in the ground. And because of the force, you end up tearing or damaging a joint or a ligament. And then that's the end of your career. For a lot of people, that was the end of the career. Not mine, I just wasn't good enough.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Now, if you're unsure about what boot to get based on the playing surface that you play on, I have a video already made. It's a complete outsole guide, and I'll link in the top right hand corner of the video, so be sure to check it out. So the fourth mistake is getting the wrong size football boots. Getting the right size football boot is probably the most important thing when it comes to getting a new pair. And statistically, 85% of people get the wrong size football boots. Now, the problems of getting the wrong size football boots is that you do not get the full performance benefits out of your boots. So things like responsiveness, traction, feel for the ball, lockdown, all those type of things. You don't get the full package if you get the wrong size boots. And again, if you need help finding the correct size football boots for you, maybe you wear the wrong size football boots without knowing. I did for a long time. I've made a video on how you can find the correct size football boots, and again, that'll be linked in the top right hand corner of the video. Now, this fifth and final one, this one here, just numbs my brain. I think this one here is why I feel that maybe they should bring natural selection back into play, because really and truly, this one, it actually makes no sense to me. And that is believing that the sock part or the collar of mid-cut football boots provides ankle support. How can a sock provide ankle support?
You're a donut! You're so stupid! You're so stupid! You're stupid!
The collar or sock that you see on a lot of mid-cut football boots is just there to improve comfort. That's literally all it does. Now, the feeling of the collar or the sock isn't for everyone. As such, that's why a lot of brands, they'll offer the same boot, the mid-cut version and the low-cut version as such. But yeah, it's not for everyone, and it has no performance benefits apart from improving comfort. That's literally it. Just comfort, no ankle support. Please get that through your heads. Please. Now, I've only named 5 mistakes that people make when it comes to football boots, and there's loads more. If the ones that maybe I missed out in the video, if you can think of them, comment them down below in the comment section of the video. And like I always say at the end of these videos, if you follow Sublime, like the video, follow Subpar, still like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And once again, my name is Sub. This has been SubStanceFtbl. Thanks for watching. Peace out.